Now, on the point of humbucking guitars, this is a 2-for-1 vid, because I've also got, straight from the US, invented by a gentleman called Bob Webb of Joe Webb Guitars, a pedal called a Quasi Tap. And let me show this to you. It's a very simple pedal, a nice colour green, it has a knob at the top, it has a one switch to switch on and off, which is about as technical as I can get, and there is a light that tells you when it's on. So if I switch it on, you can see the blue light coming on there, which is nice and bright, and you can sort of see very clearly on stage. There's a knob at the top here which doesn't immediately seem as if it does an awful lot. It's very subtle, but it changes the bass feeling of the top strings more than anything else in the guitar. So what does the pedal do? What does the Quasi Tap do? Well, wouldn't it be nice if you could actually have a humbucking Les Paul like this and actually select single coil tones without having to muck around with any rewiring to the guitar. I don't have to put any coil taps on, I don't have to muck around with pushing buttons on and off, and I can just operate this with my feet even mid-solo to give me single coil tones. Well, that's exactly what the Quasi Tap does. It gives you single coil tones in a box. It can be powered by a 9-volt battery at standard PP3, or it can be mains powered, and I've got this plugged into the mains as we speak, and it adds no additional noise whatsoever. Sorry, just untangling wires there. Now, this is the normal tone that you expect from a Les Paul. This is the middle pickup position, so this is the bit that's sort of quite, you know, chiming through the Laney. But if I wanted to do things like Doobie Brothers, riffs, funk riffs, etc., yeah, I can kind of do it, but it's not really too useful for that. It's really more for rock and blues, which is why you have a humbucking guitar. But let's say that I wanted to, and I wanted to do a Doobie Brothers riff, and I'll just do this in the humbucking mode at the moment. What you'd expect from a humbucking guitar. Now I'm going to use the Quasi Tap. And that isn't what you expect from a Les Paul. That's a thinner, brighter sounding, typical single coil type tone. And I played Les Pauls which have been coil tapped, and I think you'd be hard pushed to actually tell the difference, apart from maybe the 150 quid that they'll charge you for setting up Jimmy Page conversion wiring on your guitar. And that brings me on very nicely to one very useful feature of the Quasi Tap. It's not just so good with the cleans, it can give you that little bit of bite, that different type of feel and texture that, for example, we've come to know from the likes of Jimmy Page, who uses his Les Paul wiring to give him single coil tones, as well as a number of other things that he can do. So I'm going to put this back up to the gain. I'll take the volume down again, as I'm going to deafen my family. Quasi Tap off, so normal humbucker tone. That's the type of, you know, the typical Les Paul sound. And if I play a whole lot of love riff, you get that sort of thick humbuckery sound. Now with a Quasi Tap, without the Quasi, with it, without, and you can hear that you're getting that thinner, brighter type tone. And if you want to sort of rock with that sort of, you know, page type way, and without the Quasi Tap, with the Quasi Tap, without the Quasi Tap. Now it's not so much a case of which sound you prefer, but it gives you an additional texture, an additional variety to a Les Paul guitar or any humbucking guitar without having to switch your guitars over. And if you want to even do it mid-solo, you can. One of the beauties of it. Take the gain down a little bit just to give it a little bit more feel, a little bit less distortion, but to still give it some crunch. Little pickup. Now with the Quasi Tap. So the Quasi Tap can give an enormous amount of versatility. That's the Laney Cub 12R. That's the Quasi Tap pedal. Hope you've enjoyed the vid. Come back for the next one.